This was a good weekend for us. 3 sweeps and then a 3-1 victory last night against UW Green Bay. 4 good wins over the course of basically 4 days. Physically taxing for our team, but I thought they responded really well. We had to put a lot of sweat equity into last night's win against Green Bay, and I thought that Green Bay came in and really gave us a lot. They prepared well for us. A little bit different style of game than maybe what we're used to, and it was a real grind for us. And I think the upshot is that we know what we can do offensively, and we feel real confident in the system that we have and the hitters that we're developing in that system. But to watch our defense really take over the course of the weekend and really culminate in last night's victory, in particular, what Julie Jeziorowski is doing for us as our libero, and just putting up big numbers, getting huge touches, making unbelievable plays. I mean, she really looks like a gymnast out there, kind of like diving and jumping and bouncing. I wouldn't be surprised to see her do like a handspring to dig a ball or something. It's just crazy. And that for us has been kind of a new wrinkle, because we keep trying to find who are we as a team, what are the things that we're going to hang our hat on. What's our mantra, what's our mojo when we go out on the court, what are people going to be worried about, and be able to say, oh, we're going to be a defensive team that's going to grind you out for points. That's different than something we've ever been before here. And so we're excited about that. If we can be a great offensive team and a great defensive team, we can be champions. So really good weekend for us.
I think every single win this weekend was a good win. We set our goals and we chased after them and we got them. I think the back row is doing a lot better than before, and we're really picking up balls now with passing and stuff. And especially with the defense, it's just like letting loose and kind of getting a little crazy. I mean, a lot of it is with like the whole blocking setup and seeing where your front row is and knowing your hitters on the other side. So like we do a good job with like scouting and film before games, so that always helps to know what this hitting tendencies are of the opponent, and then where our block is, and then just also being fearless after the ball. Like, who cares if you hit the ground, whatever, to get the ball up. For this upcoming weekend with Middle Tennessee and Minnesota, both matches are really big matches for us, and of course our goal is to win. That'd be really important for us, especially into making it into the NCAA tournament. Both teams are really good, but we're going to take it one at a time. Obviously, we're all about that. Focus on one team. It doesn't matter which team is bigger. But for Minnesota, it's going to be a big game, obviously. Really important for us, and compared to last year, we've all developed a lot, especially the back row. I think the back row is mainly freshmen, and we've all developed together. We're all faster, smarter, and like less nervous. We just have more of like a swagger to us, so to say. Michaela always talks about that, and she said, you guys just have something more than last year, and it doesn't have to necessarily mean it's the volleyball. It's also the attitudes towards the team.
We need to win this weekend. These are our 2 biggest non-conference home matches of the season. Middle Tennessee State is a team that people around here may not know the name, and what I know is that they're a great program, they're a great team. They do a lot of things similar to what we do, but they do them faster, so they're going to be a real big load for us as a block and defense. And we need to make sure that we're in system and kind of able to run our offense against them as well, because I think we also provide something different than what people normally see. And so Middle Tennessee State, a lot of times they're definitely an NCAA tournament team, and most of the time they're going to be in there competing for their conference championship by the end of the season. And so they've loaded for bear in pre-conference, so they're not going to be afraid of us playing in our building. They've played a lot of good teams already. And then when it comes to Minnesota, Minnesota's ranked in the top 10. They usually are. They'll be a Big Ten contender this year, I'm sure of that. And, just a really good team. We lost up there last year on their home court opening weekend, and, they were all super tight sets. I just remember a lot of like 25 to 27, that kind of feel to it. And so I feel like our team's prepared. They know what they want to do. It's about being able to do it. And I think the other big difference is, last year we had 3 little freshmen back there in the back row playing against that team, and they have some real monsters. They can pound the ball pretty good. And our freshmen played like freshmen a lot of times in that match. And now having 3 sophomores back there with the experience, the know-how, the togetherness, the teamwork, hopefully that defensive grind, that kind of new thing that's developing within our program, hopefully that can bring us a little bit of extra something maybe that's the 2 points that goes the other way will happen out of what our defense is capable of doing. But I know our team's really excited. Playing Tuesday night against Green Bay was in some ways a trap match for us because it turns into a really short week then leading up to preparing for Middle Tennessee and Minnesota at home. But I think it's going to be a good weekend for us.